5230 podcast. Back here again.
What's your name? Introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Swag. And this is?
Today I'm the best co-host in the world. I am the man from Jersey, live in the flesh. Swag, what we talking about on this episode, man?
You know how we're Nets fans, right?
Yeah, we're Nets fans.
We were, yeah. So
yeah,
this is the last of that era. Like, we just saw the last guy, you know?
Yeah.
So Vince Carter.
RJ left a couple years ago.
Vince Carter decided he's going to hang up his jersey.
So that's what we talking about. We talking about Vince Carter's announcement.
Yeah, man.
Retiring from the NBA.
And also, like, this is like a big thing for us, you know? Like, this is the end of, like, kind of like our childhood, you know?
Yeah, for this topic right here, man, we don't got to be too professional, man. We can speak from the heart. Man. I want to say something real quick, man. So, you and I, we're both Nets fans, right? Basically until when they moved to Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, once they moved, that was kind of like...
I held on for like the first 2 years just because it was tough to say goodbye. But eventually I cut the ties, you know? I don't think I've watched the Nets game just willingly in like easily 4 or 5 years. But... I'll give my story about the Nets real quick. So, I was born in 92. The first Nets season I could remember was the 2000-2001 season. I remember the Nets games used to come on, I think it was like Fox Sports Net. For some reason they used to come on there. It was before, yes, it was Fox Sports Net.
Yeah.
Fox Sports, FSN, that thing. Fox Sports Network, right?
Before Mine 9 and all that?
Yeah. That was that 26-win season. They had Stephon, they had rookie Kenyon Martin, they had Kendall Gill and all that. That was the first season I watched the Nets. A little backstory with me, the first team I actually liked was Portland.
I remember that. You love Bonzi Wells.
Yeah, I liked Portland, period. Because my first memory was Portland, LA 2000. I didn't even know New Jersey had a basketball team. I was young, man. I was like 7. I just knew I liked basketball.
I think we would just show up like at parties. And our parents would have like TV on, right?
Yeah. So yeah. I remember my first memory was Portland, LA, that 2000 Western Conference Finals.
Which was epic.
Yeah, and I remember I just liked Portland. I liked their name. I was like, Portland, this sounds cool. Portland, Trailblazers. I liked their logo. That was the little trail thing.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought their name of the arena, the Rose Garden, I thought it was cool. I thought Bonzi Wells looked cool. I liked Rasheed. And then obviously I knew the name Scottie Pippen, and I was like, Scottie Pippen's on this team. Yeah. So I rocked with Portland. That was 99-2000 season, right? Then I found out that New Jersey had a team. I was like, oh, I'm from New Jersey. This team plays in New Jersey. That was when I switched over pretty much. I was like, all right, I'm not rocking with Portland anymore. I'm rooting for the team from New Jersey. This is where I'm from. 2000-2001 season, we won like 26 games. But even then, that first season, I didn't follow the Nets like that because obviously I didn't watch every game because I think the Nets, they used to just come on like periodically on like FSN or whatever that channel was. It wasn't like when they got that contract with Yes, where you could watch like every game. That 2000-2001 season, I remember the Stephon Marbury when he went off for like 50 against LA. There was a couple highlights, but we didn't win much, right? And I always say I got spoiled as a Nets fan because literally the first season I watched them, they sucked.
Yeah. And
right after that season, we get Jason Kidd. And I remember, like, this is how young and dumb I was. I remember not even liking that trade because all I remember was Stephon putting up points. Yeah. So I was like, we just traded Stephon Marbury. We got Jason Kidd. Who the hell is Jason Kidd? All I know was we traded Stephon Marbury. Little did we know what was going to happen, right? Next 2 seasons, couple NBA Finals appearances. It was honestly like the best time to be a Nets fan. After that, they dismantled it. They kind of like bulldozed it down. They got rid of Kenyon. They got rid of Kerry Kittles.
Yeah. They were all getting a little older.
Yeah. And then 04-05 season came, and so like I said, we got like spoiled for 3 years because it was the 02 we made the finals, 03 we made the finals, 04 we were still good. We lost to Detroit in 7. But like I feel like I got spoiled as a Nets fan. I really only endured one bad season, and then it's like, oh, my team's in the finals now 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
that 04-05 season, I remember when that came. That was a tough season because we lost Kenyon, we lost Kerry Kittles. Kid was injured at the beginning, and we got off to like a 2-14 start, and it wasn't looking good. And I was like, oh man, this is like really like the one season that as a Nets fan that I'm gonna have to endure. That's like bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then that day came. It was December, I think it was. I didn't even know Vince Carter was on the trading block.
Yeah, it was crazy, man, because he was big in the Raptors. Because obviously, I think he changed. I think his effect on the game is so big because of the dunk contest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was that dunk contest, probably the greatest one ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 2001.
Just because he just destroyed it. And then
Yeah.
you think of that, and then he comes to our team, and we're like, dude, this guy's amazing.
Yeah, the thing was like I didn't hear anything about like Vince Carter's gonna get traded, and you know now, especially now, you kind of hear rumors like, oh, this player could get traded to this team. We didn't hear anything about that. It was literally just like out of nowhere. I think a friend texted me or something. It was just like, yo, Nets just got Vince Carter, and I was like, I'm swearing because this is not a Family G-rated show. I was like, what the fuck? I was like 13 or something. I was like, what the fuck? We got Vince Carter. What did we give up? Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson. All I'm thinking is we just got a good player. We could be good again. We're like 2-15. We gave up Aaron Williams, which love to Aaron Williams, yo. Aaron Williams is on those finals teams. A-Train.
Yeah.
We gave up Aaron Williams, Eric Williams. We gave up Alonzo Mourning, and I think it was like a couple second round or something. We didn't give up much, and we got Vince Carter. And I remember that first season. There was just something to be like, oh, like excited about again, because we were like, now we're gonna have Jason Kidd, we're gonna have Vince Carter, and we have Richard Jefferson. After that, we just try to build the team out, and we see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that 04-05 season. You remember the Nets? So like I told you, they started like 2-15.
Mm-hmm.
You remember they made the playoffs on the last night of that season?
I don't remember if it was the last night. I know that they made a comeback.
It was the last. Yeah, they were down like 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it came down to, it was Cleveland and the Nets. They finished with the exact same record, but the Nets held the tiebreaker on Cleveland. So we knocked out LeBron in the second year. We knocked him out of the playoffs.
Damn.
But I remember that last night we were playing Boston, and you know how much I don't like Boston.
Yeah. You remember all those games.
We were
It's amazing.
Yo, cause like this was when I was in elementary school. Like my life was the Nets. Like it's not like I was going out, chilling with girls, chilling with boys or whatever. Like it was just literally go to school, come home, and like watch the Nets. That was like what I looked forward to.
And we lived far away. Like we weren't always hanging out.
Yeah.
You know.
I was looking forward to October to hopefully June if the Nets made it that far.
Yeah.
This is like I was looking forward to watching the Nets. The Nets were my life. And so we get Vince Carter, right? And then so I remember that last night of the season we were playing Boston, bro. We were down like 20. We were down big.
Yeah.
And Cleveland won. I remember Cleveland's game finished first. So they were officially 42-40. The Nets were 41-40. Nets were down 20. So it was looking like we weren't even going to make the playoffs. Like on the last night we were going to get eliminated. We came back from like 13 games under 500, and it was just gonna fall short. And the second half came, and the Nets they came back. And something that gets lost too was that 04-05 season. If you remember, Chauncey Billups, he ended Richard Jefferson's season. Like Jefferson went up for like this dunk, and Chauncey kind of like undercut him, and he took out Jefferson for the rest of the regular season. So we did that comeback.
What did he hurt? His back?
He hurt like his wrist or something like that.
I don't know why I don't remember that.
I remember that. I'm like the Nets encyclopedia.
I know, that's why I'm like, yeah, keep going, bro.
So we basically made that comeback from like 13 games under with basically Kidd, Carter, and we had like Nanad Christis, Jason Collins. I think we had like Lamont Murray, Scott Padgett. We had like little dudes like that. The team wasn't lit outside of Kidd and Carter. But we came back on the last night of the season. We came back on Boston. Bro, I was so gassed. Because imagine that.
Yeah, you come back to make the playoffs.
From down 20 plus on the last night, you come back to clinch a playoff spot. Like, we played Miami in the playoffs and we got swept. But, like,
Yeah, that was 4-0.
But that didn't matter, man. Like what mattered to me was that at least we made the playoffs again. And
If
like
we had RJ,
we did get RJ back for the playoffs. But
we had him the whole 4.
yeah, but the thing was that was Miami with Shaq and Wade, man. Like
Yeah, that was a championship.
yeah, they
team.
made it to the Eastern Conference Finals that year. Like that was a good team.
Dude, Shaq is like the kryptonite, bro.
Yeah,
Cause he annihilated us when he was on the Lakers.
yeah. And then and the worst part is he's from New Jersey too.
I know, man.
So basically, Vince came to the Nets, man, and
But in the year after that, they made the playoffs again.
they made the playoffs again. They made the playoffs in 05, 06, 06, 07. There wasn't a ton of success when we had Vince Carter, but
yo,
it mattered that it mattered that we were making the playoffs. Like I didn't want to see a losing team.
But that dunk,
Alonzo Mourning?
that he had on Mourning.
Yeah, I remember watching that.
I was watching that game, dude. That dunk was amazing.
Yeah,
that whole game was so fun to watch. Like,
I think, and we won that game too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I think they won. But it's tough, man. So Vince Carter, 1998 to 2020, 22 years.
22 years. He just called it a wrap.
So Raptors to Nets. That was 98 to 09.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like 11 years. Those are awesome 11 years, man.
Yeah.
After that, it kind of tailed off.
Yeah, when he went to Orlando.
He went to Orlando. Then, in the end, now he's on the Hawks. He was also on the Suns.
Isn't it crazy to think that he started tailing off in 09?
Yeah.
That was 11 years ago.
So this is the crazy part. His first 11 years, because it's 22 years, 98 to 2020. So his first 11, pretty much half of his career. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The guy changes the NBA, the dunk contest. You got the VC3 that we were.
Yeah, Nets fans know that.
The Nets fans, Iron Eagle, just VC3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, yeah, and the first 11 years were great. Then after that, the other 11 years, they weren't as great, but you still knew what he was. Like, you would always watch him and be like, oh, it's Vince Carter,
Yeah.
you know? And then even now, like, when he was playing on the Hawks, I was like, dude, this guy's still dunking. He's 43 years old, still dunking. And, like, he still looks like he could play ball. I think if we didn't have this whole pandemic situation, he would have finished off the season nice.
Yeah.
Like, he was there. He was ready to go. He was going to finish it. But this whole pandemic thing, I think it makes sense for him to retire. Like, he's not... Why risk it, you know? Like,
yeah, it's 22 years, man.
Yeah, don't push it, you know.
It's funny, man. A couple of things I've seen, just like on Instagram memes and stuff, that really puts things into perspective. There was one meme that I saw that literally said, Vince Carter has played in the NBA for over half of his life. He's 43 years old and he's played 22 seasons. 22 years. 21 years not...
And he played in North Carolina. So more than... Dude, his whole life is basketball.
They would say that... So obviously he's in Atlanta. They would put things like... Cam Reddish wasn't even born when Vince Carter was a rookie.
Yeah.
Trae Young was like 30 days old. Like they would put little things like that to put it into perspective on just how long Vince Carter's been in the NBA.
Like, dude, Dirk got drafted with him.
Well, isn't Vince the last of the '98 class? Like I think everyone else bowed out. Wasn't Nowitzki the last one?
Yeah, I was looking it up.
Because Pierce went out.
Dude, and that draft is amazing.
Yeah, Pierce went out.
That draft is one of the most amazing drafts, dude. Like, you gotta... Like, if you're gonna go one by one, dude, Oliver Candy was number 1 overall.
He's been out. Mike Bibby, he's been out.
Was a good-ass player.
Yeah.
Rafe LaFrance,
he's been out.
Antoine Jameson was good.
Jameson's been out.
Vince Carter.
Tractor Trailer.
Yeah,
he passed away.
Yeah. Jason Williams been out. Larry Hughes been out.
He's just been out.
Dirk. Paul Pierce.
Recently, Paul.
Your boy Bonzi Wells.
Bonzi Wells has been out. Michael Doliak been out.
Keon Clark.
Michael Dickerson. Matt Harpring. Bryce Drew. Nesterovich.
Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis has been out. Like, all these guys have been out.
Pat Garrity. Tyronn Lue's a coach.
Tyronn Lue is a coach.
He's a coach, dude. And this guy was still playing. If the pandemic didn't happen, this guy would still be playing.
Crazy.
Al Harrington. Nazir Muhammad.
Let's put it more into perspective for you. Vince Carter was teammates with Steph Curry's dad.
Damn.
He was teammates with Del Curry.
That's wild, man. But
And-
yeah, it sucks that he never won a championship.
Bro, he's played in 4 different decades. You know that, right? 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and then he made it to the 2020s.
Yeah, you're right, man.
That's another thing I saw on Instagram.
That's wild. Well, so his stats are amazing too. He's an all-star.
Yeah, he made a lot of
He was rookie of the year. NBA all NBA second team once, third team once.
8-time All-Star.
Yeah, 8-time all-star.
Dunk champ 2000.
Yeah, dunk champ. And in the North Carolina, he was in the tournament with them.
Mhm.
He advanced to the Final Four twice.
Yeah.
So, dude, the guy didn't win championships, but he was always like competitive, you know.
Bro, VC was a good ass player, man.
So this is what I think. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I think so
'Cause-
too, especially when you look at some of the dudes who made it, and you're like, all right, why can't Vince make it?
Yeah, because he obviously changed like the way the dunk contest was, man. Like he made the dunk contest really interesting.
I want to turn this into a Nets portion, man.
Go.
So talk to me, man. Like me, for example, I have a lot of memories from when Vince was on the Nets. Like I have this connection to Vince Carter, and the only reason I wanted to do this section was because Vince Carter became a Net. If Vince Carter never became a Net, I don't know if I really would have wanted to have done this, but that's what I'm trying to say. I have that connection. So couple memories from Vince. I remember, I think from when he got traded the first time he went back to Toronto. Do you remember that game winner he had against the Raptors?
No.
You don't remember that game winner? Well, if you're watching this, like literally go on YouTube and put like Vince Carter game winner versus Toronto. I think it was like the 05-06 season. Jason Kidd gets the rebound off of like I don't know who on Toronto missed the layup, but Jason Kidd got the rebound. He hauls ass down court. He kind of like comes close to Vince. So let's say like you're Vince, I'm Jason Kidd. We come close like that. He just like gave it to Vince like that. He just like handed it off. Vince catches it and just launches from 3, bro. Like game winner. No, not that one. It was this one.
Oh, that one, the one where he's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was this one right here.
See if the Raptors throw a guard or two up the floor just to slow somebody down.
No good. The door is open for the Nets. Enough time now. Kidd, 3 seconds. Carter looking for the win. He buries it.
Damn.
Vince Carter
Yeah, I remember now. My bad, dude. I had to watch it. It just
to the bag.
yeah, that was awesome.
And that wasn't even just the first time that he got at Toronto. Look at the other video too.
Yeah, there was another one.
That was the other one was 08-09 season. I
Dude,
remember watching this one too, bro.
Here in Iron Eagle, bro. You know Iron Eagle does soccer games, bro? Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this one too. Yeah, this is the one I remember more.
Look at him. Ah.
Yeah. Cause he goes off like that. He's like, you know?
And then look at the game-winning dunk though.
Was that E? Yeah, that was on Anthony Parker. Candace Parker's, bro. Yeah, man. That's so cool. Dude, how athletic do you have to be to do that, bro? Jeez. Yo, Vince, man, he took over that game.
So those are some memories I have from Vince Carter. I remember.
With Bosch, he went against Bosch.
I remember when he had the game winner against Utah. The one that was kind of from Steph Curry range. He was like 2 steps in front of half court. You remember that one? Pull that one up, bro.
Which one was it?
Vince Carter game winner versus Jazz.
Bro, this dude has... Yo, you look at Vince Carter game winner. He had a ton of options, bro. Is that one?
Yeah, I remember watching this game too.
This is 7 minutes. You don't think there's a short one?
Probably that one. Nah, but this video, I don't know. This video doesn't do it justice because it doesn't show like the score. Let's watch this one and we'll just fast forward to it.
Bro, I remember watching this. You were the one that had NBA TV. I never had NBA TV. Is that Lawrence Frank? Was that Lawrence Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mikey Moore. Darren Williams, man. Vince Carter versus Darren Williams. J Kidd, inbound the ball. Passes to Vince Carter. Vince Carter dribbling up the sideline. Crosses over. Bang! It's a 3. Yo, every time, dude, he was so smooth. With the VC3, man.
So these are some of my memories, bro. This game winner, the 2
Bro, the
games
dunk.
against Toronto.
We gotta watch the dunk.
The dunk against
The morning
Alonzo
dunk,
Mourning.
dude. Vince Carter dunk, Alonzo Mourning.
I remember when they played Miami in I think 05 in the playoffs. They still lost this game, but they were down 2. They did like some sidelines bounce pass to Vince, and then he hit the jumper to tie it up. I don't know if you remember that one.
On this.
Wow, did you see Eric Spoelstra?
Yeah, man. Wow, dude. When Gary Payton was on the Heat.
Where's the Vince Carter dunk?
Right here, right here, right here. Yeah, dude, the crossover behind the back. Ah, man. Yeah, that was so good, man.
Look up the Vince Carter.
Because Jay Williams tries to get it, he just said, whoop. Brings it behind his back. Cocks it back. Morning is just like, oh.
Let me see if I can pull that one out.
Jeez, look at Dwayne Wade, what he does. 360 layup.
Look, this is the one. I like this shot. Look, there's another good one.
Look at this, bro. Look at where I stopped it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
Check this one out. Look, this is from the playoffs. They still lost this game, but it was lit. Like,
oh, that was a Kawhi Leonard bounce. Remember?
mm-hmm.
Yo, see, alright, this is the worst part about it. The worst part about it is like right now, where him and I are like, we have some money, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we had this money, even a little bit of what we make now, we could have gone to these games, yo.
Yeah, one of my biggest regrets was honestly not going to a finals Nets game. But I was just too young, man.
Yeah,
I went to the Meadowlands a couple games.
We were like 12 years old.
What, when they made the finals?
Yeah.
I was like 10 and 11.
Yeah, and then I was like 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we didn't have any money.
Yeah.
How the hell are we going to go to a game?
As far as with Vince, man, there was just, bro, so many memories, man. Some of these right here. The dunk on Zoe. The game winner against Utah. The 2 game winners against Toronto. What else? Oh, man, I feel like there was more. I'm just drawing blanks right now. But so many memories, man. So many memories. I remember one game against Chicago when he caught the ball, I think, from out of bounds. They passed it into him. He took like one step and then just yammed it on Nocioni. I don't know if you remember that one.
I think it did, yeah.
You remember that one?
Yeah. Dude, yeah, his hops were crazy, man. Yeah. But yeah, so pretty much that was the podcast. It was just going over Vince Carter. Like, it's crazy. Like, he got drafted by Golden State and got traded to Toronto.
Yeah.
It's crazy how these things, like, imagine if he goes to Golden State, like,
Instead of Antoine Jameson.
what happens to him, you know?
Vince Carter, man, hell of a career, man.
Because he played ball with his cousin, Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, man, I tip
Those
my
two guys
hat.
were sick.
I tip my hat to Vince Carter, man. I know Toronto fans don't really have, or some might not have the utmost respect for Vince, man, but Vince Carter gave me a lot of memories when he was with the Nets. Definitely one of my favorite Nets players of all time. Most definitely, man.
Yeah, man. But I guess that's it for the Nets, you know? For the New Jersey Nets.
Yeah, man, Vince Carter, man, hell of a career, man. 22 long years. That officially wraps it up for the 98 draft class. That's it. They are no longer... Vince was the last one. Hell of a career, Vince Carter, man. Enjoy retirement. This is from 2 New Jersey Nets fans. Thank you for all the memories, man. I hope you find your way into something, maybe some sort of broadcasting or something, because we don't want to see just...
Yeah.
If we're subjected to seeing friggin' Paul Pierce on friggin' Countdown.
We see RJ all
Yeah,
the time.
RJ. It's nice to see the Nets players still, you know,
Yeah.
with their faces being shown. Kid, he's doing a little coaching. RJ's getting a lot of love right now
Yeah.
with broadcasting. He's doing the Nets games now with Iron Eagle, so that came full circle.
Yeah, man.
That came full circle.
Yeah.
Vince Carter, man. Yeah, I don't know if Paul Pierce is still doing broadcasting, but if he is, can we just like replace him with Vince Carter?
Yeah, man.
Because I would like to see Vince
That's
more.
the 98 draft class right there. Just put VC instead of him.
I mean, what more is there to say, man?
That's it, man. Just... The guy was the man. It was a great career.
Thank you for all the memories, Vince.
See you later. Peace.